Hey guys, it's another one of those, this is what happened but you weren't here, so you missed it. Boy, you really missed it today. Alright, so last week I got a comment on the Apprentice vlog that they said this is what happened but you weren't here, so you missed it without the Apprentice. But what I'm going to do is the first half of the video, I'm going to do the little vloggity thing so you can get caught up on what's going on. And then at the end, I will do the Apprentice. So if you don't want to watch the Apprentice part, you don't have to. And if you just want to see the Apprentice part, fast forward through the vloggity part. Alright, so yeah, I had a pretty rough day today. If you've been watching the vlogs, you know that we got two new cats, Homer and Gaston. And they're sick. So what I'm looking at over here is a bag of medication that I just got back from the vet. Yeah, goodbye, new camera. I just spent you at the vet. Alright, so they're sick. And I couldn't even catch Gaston to bring him to the vet. So it was traumatic for me. Let's see. What don't they have wrong with them? Let's just... What's this one? This is for their eyes, terramycin. A drop onto each eye twice daily for 14 days. Let's see, what's this one? Tresiderm. This is 2 to 3 drops in each ear twice a day for 14 days for the ear mites. Oh, the first one was for an upper respiratory infection that's also in their eyes. They each got amoxicillin. Isn't that special? And that is, boy, 1 milliliter by mouth every 12 hours for 10 days. Isn't that fun? And little droppers. I'd like to see how this is going to turn out. Probably not good. And Homer, since he was the only one who got to go, he already had his dewormer because they got worms. They're throwing up worms. Isn't that appetizing? And it's almost dinner time. I apologize if you're eating. And Gaston, thankfully, he got the kind that you just put on the shoulder blades, in between the shoulder blades, like Frontline. Thank God, because I don't know how I get this cat to take a pill. I can't even get near enough to him to pet him half the time because he's so shell-shocked from being at the shelter for so long. So that was the end of my day. It was supposed to be a beautiful, stress-free Friday. I only had to make a little vloggy video, and I get a call. Kristen said he threw up a whole tangle of worms, and of course she saved it for me because she's special. Yeah, it's been a rough one. Let's talk about The Apprentice now. Alright, so it was kind of a stupid episode last night, I thought. Last week James was fired. I don't know if he should have been fired or not. Tiana got to meet with Russell Simmons. She got a $10,000 gift card for Calvin Klein. That was awesome. She cried because, like, it's been a while since she's had new clothes. The client this week is Popcorn, Indiana. They're going to have to make a viral video. Oh, it's something which is so close to my heart because I wish I could have a viral video, but it will never happen because it's just not the type of video that I make. I don't do comedy. I am comedy. Alright, so Clint stepped up as the project manager and Masa stepped up as the project manager. They totally hooked them up with the Improv Everywhere guy. Love that guy. You got to check out their channel if you haven't seen it yet on YouTube. It's called Improv Everywhere. How original. Alright, so Tiana was a problem right off the bat. She was shooting down everybody else's ideas, yet she had no contribution to make. The worst part of the episode, David's tooth broke. Because David is like the reason you would watch the show. I guess that's why last night's episode sucked, because he is the pain in the ass that ruins everything for everyone else. And that's what people tune in for. At least he didn't break it on the popcorn. But wait, that would have been genius. Imagine how bad it would have been if he had broken his tooth on the client's product. That would have been amazing. But it didn't happen. Alright, so the ladies video, snooze fest. It was people working out in a gym eating popcorn. Could you get any more boring? And they thought it was great. The men, they had a popcorn pillow fight in front of Trump Tower. And I was thinking, Oh yeah, the client's gonna love that. Their product is strewn around all over the place, and people are beating them, beating each other with the product. How successful is that going to be? I thought both of the videos sucked. So cut to the boardroom. Trump is like, wait, I thought you were going to be project manager, dude. You promised me. Next week. Yeah, let's see how many more times he pulls that before he's actually project manager. The men admitted that they had an excellent team without David, and David was all like mental. He was all like, how can I say that? I'm so great. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're mental. I'm sorry. Go get some medication. Masa throws Tiana under the bus immediately. And she kind of deserved it because, I mean, all she did was like, y'all suck. Your video sucks. So the executive from the Popcorn Indiana place company said both the videos kind of suck, but I guess the men's video is actually better. I thought they were both horrible. So Clint, as his reward next week, he gets to chill out with Steve Forbes. I would love that reward. That is an excellent reward. All right, so the ladies are in the boardroom. Tiana is a complainer, but she's got no solutions. So Masa takes back Liza or Lisa. Who comes up with the spelling of these names? They're absolutely ridiculous now. And Tiana. Donald hates when people criticize and they don't offer solutions. So, Tiana, you're fired. That was a tough one. How many times have we heard that? It's either easy or tough. There's no in between. All right, so let's get the Tiana update. She's back in real estate just in time for the bubble to burst. Are you really making any money in real estate? That's a pretty sucky update. All right, so next week, it's a footwear fashion show. So all you people who have footwear fetishes, it's your week. Till then, much love.